26 March 2020. We have two options for you today. If you're quarantined alone, we have a solo option. But if you're with that significant other or that spouse, maybe even your kids, we have a team option for you, which will be pretty fun, I think. So if you're doing this alone, you'll be performing a 12-minute AMRAP of 12 dumbbell or kettlebell sumo deadlifts, 12 burpees, followed by 12 dumbbell or kettlebell push press. I want the males to go no heavier than 50 pounds and the females to go no heavier than 35. We'll be discussing some scaling options in the video to follow, but keep in mind, in terms of how this should feel, you should be able to perform 1 to 2 rounds of the push press unbroken. So in thinking about a weight to choose, think about a weight where you'd be able to perform 12 repetitions unbroken for at least the first 1 to 2 rounds. After that, it should be a weight that you need to break up no more than once. Now, if we're with a partner, what this will look like is partner 1 will perform 8 dumbbell or kettlebell sumo deadlifts, followed by 8 burpees, followed by 8 push press. While partner 1 is performing these reps, partner 2 is holding a plank position, and we'll show you what that looks like on the video. Once partner 1 is finished with their repetitions, partner 2 will then perform 8 sumo deadlifts, 8 burpees, and 8 push presses while partner 1 assumes the plank position. Once partner 1 and 2 have finished those repetitions each, that's 1 full round, and you'll see how far you can get. Good luck. Awesome. Welcome to your WOD for 26 March 2020. You've already seen it, so we'll get right into it. Whether you're doing this WOD individually or with a partner, the movements are the same. The first one we'll look at is the kettlebell or deadlift sumo deadlift. It looks like this. We'll have Lisa demonstrate 3 repetitions. 2 and 3, and then return. What we're looking for in the setup is that the feet are slightly wider than shoulder width. From here, she's going to grab the dumbbell, and I recommend kind of choking up on these a little higher. She's going to slightly bend the knees. She's going to be pressing the knees out so that knee aligns in line with the toe. She's going to have a nice neutral back, pulling the shoulder blades back. And from here, she's going to press the knees back until the dumbbells reach the knee. And then she's going to squeeze the butt, pushing the hips through until the shoulders rise in line with the hips and the knee. In order to return the dumbbell, she's going to press the hips back, allow the shoulders to come forward, and then we're just looking for one head of the dumbbell to hit the ground, and then you will return the consecutive reps. Relax. Let's turn to the side. I want you to do that again. We'll walk through it, but a little faster this time. So assuming a stance slightly wider than shoulder width, grabbing the dumbbells, the athlete will drive the knees back so that the hips and shoulders rise together. Once the dumbbells get to the knee, squeeze the glutes and stand up fully. In order to turn the dumbbell, send the hips back, allow the shoulders to come forward. One head of the dumbbell will touch, and then you can repeat that for those 12 total reps for the individual, or the 8 reps for the individual, or for the team, excuse me. Next, we have the burpee. This is what the burpee looks like. And relax. So what a burpee isn't is a strict push-up. It's not a push-up. What we're able to do, what the athlete's going to do, is you're going to drop to the floor so that the thighs and the chest touch the ground, and then they're able to worm themselves up by extending the back. After they worm themselves up, they'll shoot the hips through, and then they'll stand up. And then ideally, you should just small jump and clap the hands overhead. If you're not able to jump, that's fine. We can still clap those hands over the head, assuming you have no shoulder injury. Now we can scale this to bring down the kind of cardiovascular demands of it slightly. And what the athlete can do is just step back until the hips and chest touch the ground and step up. And then Again, a small jump if you can, and clapping the hands over the head, or if there's some type of injury, we don't have to jump at all. Beautiful. So from there, we have the push press. This is what the push press looks like. Let's watch 3 push press. She's breathing hard. I don't know if you can hear that. Relax. So what we're looking for in the push press is that the athlete's feet are going to be aligned under their hips, just like if you were jumping or to shoot a basketball. From here, the athlete's going to grab the dumbbells. And in order to get them up, if they're slightly heavy, let's just stand up via deadlift. And then just bend over, give a small jump, shrug, and drop under in order to hoist them up to the shoulder. So we'll try to run through this relatively quickly. We'll have Lisa turn to the side. What we're looking for in the push press is a shallow dip by pushing the knees forward and the hips back. You'll notice that the back or the torso stays nice and upright so that the shoulders stay aligned to the hips and the ankles. Then, following that shallow dip, the athlete will drive through the heels to extend the knee and the hip fully. Boom. The dumbbells stay in contact with the torso throughout the dip and the drive. After the athlete has extended the hips and knees fully, they'll drive the dumbbells overhead, and these are pretty heavy, so we'll just watch it in full speed. Boom. Relax. We're using the momentum of the hip. We're generating momentum from the hip in order to put vertical force onto that dumbbell. So with that said, we have a couple options. If we only have one dumbbell, this is for both the sumo deadlift as well as the push press. If we only have one dumbbell, we can perform single dumbbell deadlifts, switching halfway through, as well as single arm push presses, switching halfway through. If we don't have dumbbells or kettlebells, I'd really like to have you find something in your house that you can use to add some weight, whether that's maybe Tide detergent bottles that you can use, or some type of backpack filled with water bottles or something of that nature. But if we cannot find those, what we're going to do for the push press, so this is replacing the push press are pike push-ups. So we'll have Lisa stay to the side. We're looking for the feet, again, to be slightly wider than shoulder width. The athlete then is going to come down in this pike position, this V position, in which the torso is more vertical than it is horizontal. The hands are going to be about shoulder width. From here, the athlete is going to flex the elbows so that the head contacts slightly in front of the hands, creating this tripod. And then the athlete will extend the arms so that the head is in line with the arms. In order to make this slightly easier, we can bend the knees. That'll take some weight off of the upper body. And then we can also bring the reps down slightly if necessary. And then for the sumo deadlifts, what I'd like you to do is just relatively quick good mornings if we don't have any weight. And what we're looking for there is we're going to bring those feet back under the hips, and then we're going to have a slight bend of the knee as the athlete pushes the hips back and the shoulders forward. And then to stand up, we'll squeeze the glutes and stand fully. And we'll do 12 reps of those relatively quickly. Now, if you're doing these full body weight movements, they'll be a little easier, but that just means we'll get more work accomplished within that AMRAP. So we'll still be creating a good amount of power. Now, lastly, if you're doing a team, one of your partners is going to be holding a plank. You have 2 ways you can do this, either on the elbows or in that front leaning rest, as we call it in the Army. So first we'll see the elbows. Really the same movement that we're looking for, in which we're looking for the shoulders and hips generally in line with each other. Squeeze those glutes. Hold this for the duration of your partner's round, and you can also transition to the front leaning rest if you wanted to throughout the movement. And here we're looking to push through the ground. And you're just going to hold this as that partner runs through those 3 sets of 8 reps. And once your partner's done, switch. Anything I'm forgetting, Lisa?
don't think so.
Well, I am. High five for you. Good work.